Hi everybody. Today I'm going to be doing a capacity comparison between disposable pads and tampons and a menstrual cup. The reason is because a lot of people have been asking me if menstrual cups are effective against a heavy flow. And just like with pads and tampons, it depends what size and brand you get. For this demonstration, I'm going to be using the large Yuuki because it has the highest capacity of all the cups I have. And the disposable pads I know of with the most absorbency are the overnights. I don't have overnights, but I do have these. They are the super absorbency, and they are for heavy flow. And for the tampons, I have these. They're also the super absorbency. With tampons, there's a bigger size actually. I think it depends what brand you get. It's called like Mega or Ultra or Super Plus. But the reason I'm using these are, number one, this is what I had on hand, left over from back when I used to use tampons. In my experience, a lot of people really don't use the Mega Ultra ones. The biggest complaint I've heard is that going in, they're just too big and dry. And a lot of people tend to have trouble removing the really super huge ones. So most of the people I know just use super and they just change it more often. Okay, so with the pads, they come in this little thin wrapper. And although they are the super absorbency for heavy flow, they're the thin ones, like this. So these ones are kind of long and they have the wings. This tampon, it's the one in the applicator, but I'm going to go ahead and take it out of the applicator. And that's what it looks like. And of course this is the large Yuuki. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm basically going to be copying all the cheesy tampon commercials and using blue liquid to fill this cup up to capacity, and then I'm going to pour it onto the pad so we can see how much of it is absorbed and how full it gets the pad. And then I'm going to be pouring this onto a tampon to where it's all soaked up. But I'm going to be doing reasonable tampon soaking, meaning I'm not going to just dip it into the glass and let it soak up as much as it can, because the truth is nobody leaves their tampon in that long. If you did, it would be leaking all over you. And then I will squeeze the tampon's contents into this cup so that we can see how much the tampon holds versus how much the cup holds. Okay, so I'm going to fill this up to the holes because the holes is the agreed upon capacity. And here's the pad again. And just so you know, if you look at the back of this pad before I pour the liquid on, you can see that it's white, because it's going to be tinted kind of blue after I pour the liquid on. And while I'm doing the actual pouring, I don't want to have to cut the film. So if I mess up or goof up or whatever, just ignore me. I want to be kind of accurate, just to show people that it's really me pouring it on there. So, sorry, I'm trying to keep it from going out of focus. Alright, so here we go. I'm going to start pouring it on here, and I'm going to try not to spill it. I'll keep it this way so you can see. Okay, hopefully I could do this without making a mess. I'll pour it up here, and I'll try to really, ooh, see it's drizzling off the edge. I'll try to keep it, to where I can use up the pad's capacity, the full capacity of it. Ah, it's falling. Hold on. Okay. That's pretty much all of it. And, hold on. Set this over here. And basically, okay, so you could kind of see the blue where I've poured it all out. Well, sort of. Maybe I should have made it darker, but I didn't want to make it so dark that it would stain my cup. That's what I was afraid of. Okay, so I'll turn this around now. And unlike the first shot, you can see it blue now, kind of. Let me get it closer. But with that blue, you can see that it now covers the entire back of the whole entire pad all the way around to the edges of the absorbent gel. So that basically means that that one cup pretty much saturated this entire pad all the way through to the back, from this end to this end, and you can see that. And quite frankly, this pad is like, it's like all floppy now, and it's really heavy and wet, and I'm pressing on this right here and I can feel that dampness, I mean, there is just, it would be like gushing against you if you sat on it or something. So there's no way in heck that I would continue to wear this pad to this point. I would have changed this thing probably 2 or 3 times by now. Okay, so with this tampon, I'm going to be pouring the liquid over it to the point where when I squeeze it, some of it drips out onto my hand, because that's the point where it would start to leak on you and you would definitely want to change it. So again, while I'm actually pouring it on here and squeezing the contents into the cup, I don't want to cut the film because I want you to be sure that it's a real thing happening here. So I'll pour it over the top and I'll let this absorb. Okay, wait. I think that might be the point. It fills up really fast, actually. I think that might be the point where it would leak if I squeezed it. Let me see. Okay. A little bit. Well, maybe a little more. Okay. Now, let me see if that leaks when I squeeze this. Yeah, it's like drizzling down my hand. Okay, so that's pretty much as this is going to hold, and it actually would be leaking at this point uncomfortably. So we will squeeze this again so you could see it dripping out. Okay, so we will squeeze this into this cup like this, and I'm going to try to squeeze as much of it as I can. Hold on. Gotta get the back, and then I'll work my way to the front because that'll make it come out better. Who knew this was hard? Okay. So I think it's pretty much white again, so I think I've squeezed out about as much as I can squeeze out. Yeah, okay. So there you go. It's only about half full, so yeah, these babies definitely don't hold as much as this cup does. This will definitely buy you at least twice as much time as a tampon would. And, you know, judging by this, I've got a sneaky suspicion that even the big ultra tampons probably still wouldn't fill this all the way up. Alright, so I hope that was helpful, and I hope it helps to show everybody that these actually are pretty effective against a heavy flow, more so than most tampons and even quite a lot of pads out there. So thank you for watching, and have a great day.